Cyprus completed his adjustment program with Troika successfully. Why is the question of privatization so important for the Commission when it's a general state that the performance of Cyprus economy has exceeded expectations?
Indeed, Cyprus has or is about to finalize its program, and there has been a very clear and very determined work of the government, supported by the parliament, in implementation of the program, in doing necessary structural reforms and fiscal adjustment. And results are starting to show. We have a second year of economic growth. According to European Commission's winter economic forecast, we expect 1.5% growth for Cyprus this year. It's going to further strengthen to 2% next year. Cyprus has consistently overperformed on fiscal targets, and not only has substantial primary surplus, but this year also is expected to have a small 0.1% of GDP overall surplus in budget. Public debt is declining. It's expected to move just below 100% of GDP this year. So I would say number of important things have been done. Financial stability has been restored. Economic recovery has been ensured. Of course, when we are formally assessing the program, we are assessing whether all the prior actions have been implemented, and yes, one of the prior actions as regards CETA has not been implemented. But I would say it does not change the overall positive picture of the program implementation, and broadly speaking, the program goals had been achieved.
So we have to do it, or we have a little bit behind?
In order to ensure, if you want 100% clean exit, of course, all prior actions need to be finalized. The program ends in any case. The program ends at the end of the month, and I would say the program achievements so far had been quite positive. So what is important now? I would say it's important to stay on course, to continue with responsible fiscal and macroeconomic policies.
You are not considered about the possibility of social upheaval, something we don't experience until now?
As regards CETA, as I said, this is basically the only prior action which so far has not been implemented, but from Commission point of view, it does not change our overall positive assessment of the work done by Cypriot authorities.
One of the major issues in concluding Cyprus is the cost and the financial of the solution. Can we expect some financial support from EU?
Well, as regards Cyprus settlement, EU is ready to assist, is ready to help. We have recently tasked Structural Reform Support Service in European Commission, which is directly accountable to President Juncker and myself, to deal with those works, to coordinate technical assistance we are providing in preparation for application of EU acquis communautaire in the whole territory of Cyprus. Also, its task with continue to provide support to the Turkish Cypriot community, and we are looking at the ways how we can assist the process of Cyprus settlement, both technically and financially.
Yes, but can we expect some money from EU? Cost maybe is over the 25 billion.
Well, as I said, we are looking at different ways to assist this process. both technically and financially, so it includes financial assistance. Of course, further negotiations, further discussions will be needed in all those elements, because we realize if settlement talks are successfully progressing, it also means substantial preparation of different technical elements.
Okay. Are you going to see Mr. Akinci?
Certainly I'm open to meet leader of the Turkish Cypriot community, Mr. Akinci. As you know, this visit is primarily linked with the conclusion of the Cyprus program, so it didn't work out this time, but in any case I'm open to meet, and considerations are given also to have a separate visit which is more dedicated exactly to the settlement issue.
Mm-hmm. They said that they would rather not to meet you if the meeting is going to be only for 50 minutes.
Well, as I said, from our side we are open to meet. Certainly I'm interested to have a first contact to get to know Mr. Akinci personally. But in any case, we're working also towards a separate visit which would dedicated to the settlement issues, because this visit is primarily dedicated to the finalization of the program.
Do you have a message finally for Cyprus and Cypriots?
Well, I would say important element now as regards the economy is to stay on course, is to continue with a structural reform agenda, continue with responsible fiscal policies to ensure not only economic recovery but sustainable economic recovery. And certainly for Commission point of view, we wish and hope that the settlement process is also going to be successful.